If your transmission has started slipping, hesitating, flaring between gears, or refusing to engage smoothly, most repair shops will say the same thing. Rebuild it, replace it, prepare to spend thousands. But what if I told you that many so-called slipping transmissions are not destroyed, not worn out, not ready for replacement? What if the real problem is pressure loss, fluid breakdown, or control imbalance that can be corrected in 10 minutes with the right method? In Japan, master mechanics do not panic when a transmission slips. They diagnose pressure before they diagnose failure. They correct flow before they condemn hardware. Today, I will reveal the 10-minute Japanese secret to fixing a slipping transmission without opening it. But if you ignore the pressure check step, you could make the problem worse. Let us begin. First, you must understand what slipping actually means. An automatic transmission operates through hydraulic pressure. Fluid under pressure applies clutch packs and bands that hold planetary gears in place. When pressure is correct, gear engagement is firm and precise. When pressure drops, clutch packs cannot hold with full force. Engine speed rises without corresponding acceleration. Shifts flare. Engagement feels delayed. Most drivers interpret this as mechanical wear, but Japanese transmission specialists ask a different question. Is the clutch worn or is the pressure weak? There is a critical difference. The first principle is fluid condition verification. Transmission fluid is not just a lubricant. It is a hydraulic medium. It carries pressure. It transfers torque. It cools internal components. Over time, heat breaks down fluid. Additives degrade. Viscosity changes. Contaminants accumulate. When fluid loses its designed friction characteristics, clutch packs may slip even if they are not worn out. Japanese mechanics begin with a fluid inspection: color, smell, level, transparency. A burnt smell indicates overheating. Dark color suggests oxidation. A low level reduces hydraulic pressure instantly. Correcting fluid level alone can eliminate slipping in some cases. But here is where the method becomes precise. The second principle is controlled fluid refresh. Many shops perform full transmission flushes under pressure. While this can be beneficial in certain cases, it can also dislodge debris suddenly and create new issues in high-mileage transmissions. Japanese specialists often prefer gradual fluid exchange. A portion of old fluid is drained and replaced with fresh, high-quality fluid that matches the exact specification. After a short drive cycle, the process may be repeated. This restores hydraulic integrity without shocking the system. In many cases, improved fluid friction characteristics restore proper clutch engagement. Now we approach the 10-minute correction step. The third principle is adaptive reset and relearn. Modern transmissions rely on electronic control units that adapt shift timing and pressure over time. If fluid has degraded or pressure has been inconsistent, the control unit may compensate incorrectly. Japanese technicians use diagnostic tools to reset adaptive learning values after fluid service. This allows the transmission to relearn correct pressure behavior under clean fluid conditions. Without this reset, the transmission may continue applying incorrect compensation strategies. This step often takes only minutes, but it can transform shift quality immediately. Please subscribe to our channel. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers this week. Now we reach the most overlooked cause of slipping: line pressure regulation. Automatic transmissions use solenoids to control hydraulic pressure. If a pressure control solenoid becomes contaminated or partially restricted, line pressure can drop under load. Japanese mechanics measure live data with diagnostic equipment. They monitor commanded pressure versus actual response. If pressure lags, they inspect electrical connectors and wiring before assuming mechanical failure. Sometimes a simple connector cleaning or solenoid replacement resolves slipping entirely. The fifth principle is cooling system verification. Transmission fluid overheats quickly when cooling systems are restricted. Clogged transmission coolers or blocked radiator passages increase fluid temperature. Hot fluid becomes thinner, and thinner fluid reduces the transmission's pressure holding capacity. Japanese technicians check transmission temperature data during test drives. If temperatures run high, they inspect cooling lines and consider auxiliary cooling for heavy-use vehicles. Stabilizing temperature stabilizes pressure. Another factor is throttle position input. Transmission control modules rely on throttle data to determine shift timing and pressure. A malfunctioning throttle position sensor can command improper pressure application. If the system believes the engine load is low when it is actually high, it may apply insufficient pressure to the clutch packs. Japanese diagnostics always verify sensor accuracy before condemning mechanical components. Data before disassembly. The sixth principle is mount and linkage inspection. Worn engine or transmission mounts can create the sensation of slipping due to excessive movement during gear changes. Similarly, misadjusted linkage can cause incomplete gear engagement. Correcting these mechanical alignment issues may eliminate perceived slipping without touching internal components. Now consider driving behavior. Aggressive acceleration with degraded transmission fluid accelerates clutch glazing. Once glazed, the clutch surfaces lose their friction effectiveness. Japanese mechanics advise drivers experiencing early slip symptoms to avoid heavy throttle until corrective measures are taken. Gentle operation preserves remaining friction material. This discipline can prevent minor slip from becoming irreversible wear. There is also the matter of filter restriction. Some transmissions include internal filters that restrict fluid flow when clogged. Reduced flow equals reduced pressure. In serviceable designs, replacing the filter during fluid service restores full hydraulic circulation. Again, pressure before parts. The 10-minute Japanese secret is not a magic additive. It is a sequence. Follow this sequence. Verify fluid level. Refresh fluid strategically. Reset adaptive values. Confirm pressure control accuracy. Check cooling stability. Validate sensor input. Each step builds upon the previous one. Most slipping transmissions are condemned without comprehensive hydraulic evaluation. Once a transmission is rebuilt unnecessarily, thousands of dollars are spent solving a problem that may have been electronic or fluid related. However, honesty matters. If clutch material is physically worn beyond tolerance, no fluid or reset will reverse that damage. Burnt debris in the pan, severe metal contamination, or persistent slip under verified pressure indicates mechanical failure. The Japanese method does not deny mechanical reality. It ensures that no transmission is opened before simpler causes are eliminated. Prevention is equally important. Regular fluid service at reasonable intervals prevents varnish buildup on valve bodies and solenoids. Maintaining cooling efficiency prevents fluid breakdown. Avoiding excessive towing without additional cooling protects clutch packs. Long-term reliability depends on pressure integrity. Hydraulic systems demand clean, stable fluid. Electronics demand accurate data. Mechanical components demand proper alignment. When these three systems operate in harmony, transmissions shift smoothly for hundreds of thousands of miles. Slipping is often a signal, not of death, but of imbalance. Correct the imbalance early, and the transmission may recover fully. Ignore it, and heat will compound damage rapidly. The difference between a simple service and a full rebuild often comes down to timing. If you notice flare between gears, delayed engagement, or rising engine speed without acceleration, act immediately. Do not wait months. Do not assume the worst. Begin with pressure. Begin with fluid. Begin with data. The Japanese secret lies in discipline. 10 minutes of diagnostic reset and fluid correction can prevent $10,000 of unnecessary repair, but only if performed correctly. Precision replaces panic. Method replaces assumption. Respect the hydraulic system, and it will reward you with smooth engagement. Treat slipping as a warning, not a sentence. Restore balance before destruction begins. And remember, the goal is not just to fix a slipping transmission. It is to prevent one from ever reaching the point of rebuild. Please subscribe to our channel. We want to hit 1,000 subscribers this week.